Hello and welcome to AmakhosiTalks. Well, if this is your first time visiting this channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to also turn on your post notification bell so that you are notified the next time we make a new upload. Also, please show your love and support by liking this video, as it also helps this channel to reach more Khosi fans out there. Now, coming up on today's episode, guys, we do have to first talk about that convincing win that we got against TTM during the week, and also how important it was for our season and to our players. From there, we are going to pay homage to two of our brightest stars at the moment in Mashiane and Ngcobo. And then finally, we will have our preview of the next match where we are facing Stellenbosch in the DSTV Premiership on Saturday evening. Now, there is so much that needs to be said, so without wasting any more time, let's talk AmakhosiTalks. Getting things started today, Khosi Nation, as I've said, we have to talk about how well the team has been playing lately. Much to our delight, being able to beat a struggling team the way we did on Tuesday is a very positive thing to take going deeper into the season. As you are all aware, guys, the 3-0 win against TTM meant that for 3 consecutive league matches, we have come out at the winning end of the result. But not only that, it meant that this was our first victory playing at home after 5 winless games in our backyard. Now, in the previous upload, I had asked who is responsible for the sudden change of things, and judging by Tuesday's performance, I think we have to give it to both ends. Both the coach and the players have contributed one way or the other. And that can only mean that better days are still to come, because being able to collect 9 out of 9 points in this year's strange season, it has a daring effect on standings. Just about a week ago, we find ourselves languishing in 13th position, and things were not looking good. And now we find ourselves inside the top 8 and with the hopes of even achieving a very high position in the league. Now that can only mean one thing. Each and every game is just as important. And if we can be able to beat the clubs that are above us in the table, then things will become even more clearer and easier. Now, one of the things that certainly makes things much easier is having your best players playing, and most importantly, having players who are in rich form. Nurkovic is one player who has already proved his worth on many occasions. And on Tuesday, he picked up the Man of the Match award to cap off another great performance and yet another assist to his name. But today, I want us to turn the focus into our 2 brightest stars who have emerged to be the difference in these last 3 games. And those players, as I've mentioned, are Mashiane and Ngcobo. Now, for many of us who pay close attention to the reserve team, which is where both players had been playing prior to their promotion into the first team, we always knew how talented these 2 were. But the biggest question was, could they adapt to stepping up and being counted upon in the first team? And in all honesty, I think we now have that answer, and it is yes. The sheer quality that's been on display by these 2 is there for everyone to see. Ngcobo has been the more trusted by Coach Gavin Hunt, as he has featured in almost all games that we have played this season. And his last 2 goals are testament to that amazing touch and skill that he has. On the other hand, I think Coach Gavin Hunt should be given credit for the changes he has made to how we set up, because in all the 3 goals that Ngcobo has scored this season, they have all come from inside the box. Now, this means he is now finally being allowed to be the kind of player we all know he can be. And the same can be said for Mashiane. But what I think Coach Hunt and us as fans would love to see more from Happy it's his ability to always be switched on and deliver on daily basis. Don't get me wrong, Happy has a unique skill, and it was evident by that assist he played for Manyama. But what we need is more of that, even against bigger teams. On that note, what I will be thankful for is that with each good performance, the player grows in confidence and the belief starts to outweigh any doubts he may have about his abilities. No doubt there will be tougher matches, and we will need players who are not scared to take chances and play that unexpected ball to find the man. And Happy Mashiane seems to be a player who is working very hard on his end product. We have so much to look forward to from these two players, and we can only hope that Coach Hunt is able to manage and maintain their progress, because the future certainly looks very bright for us. And now moving on to our next game in the DSTV Premiership, where we are facing Stellenbosch away from home. Now, considering the form that we find ourselves in, I don't think this will be that much difficult of a match to secure all 3 points. Stellenbosch are winless in their last 3 games, but what will be a slight concern is that they have managed to score in each of those 3 games. In fact, they have scored in each of their last 7 consecutive games in the league. Now, I'm sure Coach Gavin Hunt will be very aware of this attacking threat that Stellenbosch possess. Having said that though, I still maintain that on paper, this is a game we have to be winning. And with the current form we seem to have, we really should collect all 3 points. Now, between the two teams, there is very little that separates them, as a win for Stellenbosch will see them climb above us in the log standing. Only 2 points is the difference between us currently in 7th position and Stellenbosch in 9th position. Khosi Nation, against all odds, we have managed to turn things around, and I cannot stress how big a boost will all 3 points be in cementing our place in the top 8. Of course, we do have a few players out on suspension and injury, with the latest being Bernard Parker, who was red-carded after receiving 2 cautions, and Lesako, who picked up a knee injury after coming on as a sub. But the remaining players, I believe they do have what it takes to overcome Stellenbosch this Saturday. And that is why I'm going for a 2-1 win scoreline in our favor. The prowess of Stellenbosch in front of goal could cause us some problems, but nothing less than an odd goal will separate the two sides. As usual, Khosi fans, leave down your score prediction and message of support to our boys as we look to make it 4 wins in 4 games. Likewise, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will meet on my next upload. Ikhosi, alipheli umoya.